Why do you say humans aren't efficient enough hunters to have lived on animal products?
Oh gosh, that is an interview in and of itself. But let me see if I can give you a Reader's Digest version of it, which it suddenly occurs to me that by using that expression, Reader's Digest, I am dating myself like horrifically. I don't think anybody under the age of 30 knows what a Reader's Digest is. But anyway, hunting is inherently inefficient, even for the best predators on Earth. And that has to necessarily be so. Otherwise, they would kill off all their prey species and drive themselves into starvation and death. So even the best mammalian hunters typically only, number one, make a kill every 7 to 10 days. So for most of that time, they're not eating. Number one. Number two, they are fast enough and strong enough to, again, typically bring down or kill those animals that are sick, diseased, old, infirm, or very young. And that's one of the ways they help exert population controls on their prey species. But they are not efficient enough or strong enough to kill the healthiest, most robust members of their prey species. And that's why predation helps remove the defective genes and strengthen a prey species. One of the things that they all have in common is that they can typically run 30 to 40 miles an hour. And of course, some are a little faster than that. The cheetah is notably for being able to briefly reach speeds of 50 to 60 miles an hour, very briefly, but they are so lightly built that they can only prey on very relatively small antelope. I mean, they don't try to take down larger animals because they're just not strong enough. And that's because almost all of these animals can run, the animals that are preyed upon can typically run 40 to 50 miles an hour. So if you're, and they also have great stamina. And so, and by doing this, these carnivores, again, as I said, weed out the defective genes. Well, and there's also something that that's equally important. Carnivores, once they get to grappling with an animal they're trying to kill, they've got to wrestle this thing down that's fighting for its life, and kill it, dismember it without being injured themselves. It turns out that carnivores can have up to 4 times the bone density that human beings have. Well, why is that? Because they're fighting with these struggling animals, and it's not very helpful if your leg snaps in two in the middle of trying to get a meal. And so they are built very, very differently. They're faster than we are. They are built more robustly in terms of their musculature and their skeletal strength. But as I said, because they only eat about once every 7 to 10 days, the question is, how do they avoid starving to death? Because if somebody prevented you from eating a meal only, every 7 to 10 days, you would eventually starve to death. Well, the way they do it is they have gigantic stomachs. The stomach of a typical carnivore can hold up to 30% of its body weight. So that means that a 300-pound lioness can eat 90 to 100 pounds of meat at a single meal. A 45-kilogram wolf can, excuse me, or a 50-kilogram wolf can eat 15 kilograms of meat at a single meal. That's around 35 pounds of food. That means that they can consume enough calories at a single meal that it allows them to last essentially until, for the week or more that it takes for them to make another kill. And that's what allows them to do that. Herbivores are completely different. Herbivores have much smaller stomachs that are designed for batch feeding and processing a batch of food because of all the fiber that's in plant foods. All herbivores have to eat multiple times every single day just to get enough calories to last for that day. So with humans, with our small stomachs, hunting would never be efficient for us because we simply can't extract enough calories from a kill to last us beyond a certain day, especially if we don't have any way of preserving that food, because once it starts to rot, we can't eat it because we don't have the physiology to deal with rotting tissue. So we're not fast enough. We don't have the physiology. We don't have the storage capacity in our stomachs or the processing power in our liver and other digestive organisms to deal with huge batches of food. And the other thing is everybody is seeing on a nature show that solitary predators like leopards, jaguar, and so forth will kill an animal, eat their fill from that carcass that day. Then the leopards will take the rest of the carcass and hang it in a tree and feed off of it until it's gone over a period of a few days. Jaguars just cover it up with dirt and debris, again, to keep other animals off of it. But when they come back to that carcass, it's rotting. It has started to decay. But they have not only the stomach acid, but also the immune system that is robust enough to deal with ingesting, pathogenic bacteria, maggots, all sorts of virulent pathogens without becoming ill. Every Thanksgiving, we see ERs filled with people who ate poorly cooked turkey because we don't have the physiology to consume rotting tissue. So not only are they able to eat enough from a carcass at a single meal to last them several days, if they can prevent other animals from stealing that carcass, they can continue to extract additional calories from it, even though it's starting to rot and decay. And again, we clearly can't do that. And so for us, it doesn't make sense. And that brings up one more point, that in order to survive in nature, you have to expend fewer calories getting your food than you can extract from that food. Because if you expend 15,000 calories to get a 10,000 calorie meal, you're going to eventually die. Okay? That's why predators have to basically be able to chase down an animal, make a kill, and then they can eat this giant meal where they literally absorb tens of thousands of calories at a single meal, which will make up for all of the energy they wasted chasing things they never caught, all of the energy they expended killing and bringing down this particular animal, and still have enough left over to power them through the next several days until they make another kill. Human beings don't have that ability. We, because of the small size of our stomach, we can typically eat, if you're talking about natural foods, I mean, obviously, if you eat ice cream and potato chips, you can eat hundreds of thousands of calories. But if you're eating natural foods, our stomachs can only hold maybe about 800 to 900 calories at a time. And that's, if you're eating very concentrated animal food. So that means if we end up burning up 2,000 calories chasing something, we will not be able to get those calories back from that animal because we simply don't have the capacity to absorb enough calories to make that efficient. So that is why hunting simply isn't a viable survival strategy for Stone Age humans. Now, obviously, if you bring in modern hunting tools like high-powered rifles and efficient killing technology like that, that changes the equation. But going back to the idea of humans using things that they could just make with their hands to try and hunt and kill an animal, we simply aren't efficient enough to make a living that way.